You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
All right, thank you so very much to my main man, Wes. You know, that dude is a videographer for our company here at Outer Banks This Week, and he does a bang-up job. The Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 65, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Mania. I stopped by and visited with Kelly just the other day, took a look around his lot. Man, does he have a lot of great things on the lot. Cars, Jeeps, trucks, sheds. If it has doors, it can be yours at Kelly's Automotive in Mania. Visit him online at kellysobxauto.com. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't even know where to start. I had such a wonderful weekend. I hope you did as well. Ray Gun Ruby at the Wreck Tiki Bar down in Hatteras Village at Hatteras Landing this past Friday night was insane. Let me tell you something. The weather, it's been weird here lately. It's not been bad, but it's been chillier. It's been kind of chilly. It's like it's still trying to figure out, like we'll have days in the 80s and then it'll be high of 60, kind of like it is today. Today being Monday when I'm recording the podcast. I sent my son to school in a sweatshirt and pants. I was like, this is May. It shouldn't be like this. But here we are, still rocking the low 60s. But it is what it is. By the end of the week, the weather will probably even itself out. But the Wreck Tiki Bar with Ray Gun Ruby, that was a lot of fun. We did an audio video shoot for them, took Wes down there. I was down there. Jayla from our content team, she showed up and hung out with us for a little bit. It was a good time, and we enjoy doing all these audio videos like we like to do. And if you haven't been to the Wreck, Joel and Jess are some fantastic folks, and they welcome you to their establishment, the Wreck Tiki Bar and Food in Hatteras Village. Oh, Saturday, it was just a nice day to just chill and do nothing, and that's exactly what I did. But Sunday, had a good time over the Boat Builders fundraiser at Pirates Cove. Blue Water put that on. BJ and Jessica, they hosted the whole thing down at Mimi's Tiki Hut, and barbecue and all the fixings, and it was great. And then Jeremy Russell was out there jamming out. I hadn't seen him play in a while. It was nice to see him. I've been knowing Jeremy for 20 some odd years now, and great musician. And I saw him and I just was like, that's my guy right there. So that was a lot of fun for the Boat Builders fundraiser. And the Boat Builders tournament is actually coming up at the end of July. And yours truly is going to be out there hanging out. So I can't wait for that. And Cat Marty will be out there too. Just winded up the day watching softball, NCAA softball. If you've never watched NCAA softball, college softball, it's super entertaining. Those girls are high energy and they're go, 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 go. Like to me, I would watch college softball over Major League Baseball, I feel like, any day of the week. Okay, it is an intense game, and people don't understand how hard it is to hit one of those softballs and to pitch one. Gosh, I don't know that I have the coordination to try to pitch a softball. Baseball, yeah, I've done it for years, but softball, I just don't think I'm coordinated enough, and they make it look easy. So watch that. Ended with the Braves getting beat by the Padres. I was not happy about that, but we digress. Coming up in a little bit, I've got Beau and Kevin from the Harbor Star Dolphin Tours. Harbor Star, they got a new boat, and we're going to talk about that boat when Beau and Kevin, I believe Miss Brenda is going to be in here too. Now, I don't know if Miss Brenda is going to jump on the mic or not. She says she's not, but I open up the mic for Miss Brenda anytime. I love Brenda down at Wanchese Marina. Fantastic person, fantastic folks at Wanchese Marina. And of course, I can't wait to get out on the Harbor Star and do a dolphin tour. Oh, looking at the news, the Wawa opened. It's the first Wawa in the entire state of North Carolina to open anywhere. Yippee-ki-yay. I was telling Mr. Adam, all right, Adam, love you, dude. He was texting me. He's like, you haven't been to the Wawa yet? They got great pizza. And being real sarcastic, I was like, I'll tell you what, the minute they start serving barbecue and beans, man, I might just have to show up for it. And he laughed. He said, I'll go with you. So when they start serving barbecue out of the Wawa, I might show up and see what it's all about. Other than that, though, nothing really crack-a-lacking newsworthy in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion, but my man Sam Walker covers all the news. He is the answer. SamWalkerOBXNews.com. The answer. If you want latest and greatest in the details of all the news on the Outer Banks, Sam Walker at SamWalkerOBXNews.com can help you out. SamWalkerOBXNews.com. Make sure you're checking out his podcast. I am way behind on his podcast. I've got to get caught up. Oh, maybe I can take a few days in the next week or so and get myself caught up. But they do a fantastic job. I think the world of Sam. I know I sound like a broken record. You've heard me say it 1,000 times, but Sam is my guy. Sam Walker, OBXnews.com. Oh, gosh. Episode 64, Downtown Manio. Meet Me in Manio. That campaign launched. Had a great time with Melissa and Michelle and all the vendors hanging out downtown. Chief of Police, Chief Manio. Yeah, that's what you are now, Brad, Chief Manio. Crystal and just all the fun folks at Downtown Manio. I'm telling you, this is a magical little town. There is no other town like Manio in this entire state. Okay, if you haven't been to downtown Manio and just the magic of this place, you got the Elizabeth II, you got Festival Park, all the shops, all the history that's right here. I mean, this is where the first English colony settled, in Manio. Yeah. What you think about that? I could really get biblical right now, but I'm going to choose not to. But think about it. Manio, the land of the beginnings. A lot of things beginning in Manio, and it's a great place to be. I love it so much. So if you haven't listened to that episode 64, go back and listen to it, but finish this one first. Oh, Captain Marty, he just got done spending a week down in Hatteras Village at the 30th annual. Let me correct myself. I was mistaken last week. The 30th annual Hatteras Village Offshore Open. Boated a few blue marlins down there. Lots of billfish being caught. Great tournament. Marty, over the moon excited to have been a part of it. And he's still going to continue doing fishing reports, telling his stories. We have got some things coming up with Captain Marty that you're not going to want to miss. He's got his own channel on our website. So if you go to outerbanksthisweek.com, you can click on the Captain Marty button at the top of the page or the banner that just has Captain Marty at the top. You can't miss big billfish, okay? Big marlin right there. Click on that. And you can listen to his fishing reports, his stories. They're all right there at outerbanksthisweek.com. And there's so many things coming up that we're going to be doing in the near future with Marty that you aren't going to want to miss, okay? And that's the beautiful thing about these podcasts and these stories. They archive. So even if you did happen to miss it the day it came out, don't worry. The next day you can listen to it again, or the day after that. It's the beautiful thing about a podcast, and the beautiful thing about Captain Marty is the gift that keeps on giving. So all of his fishing reports, all of his stories online, outerbanksthisweek.com, and on all of your major podcast platforms. All right, going to jump into some shout-outs here in just a few moments. But first, hey, Outer Banks Boarding Company. I remember when they were Bert's Surf Shop. I got my first skateboard from there. I was that fat kid that tried to, skate with his, skinny rubber-legged friends, and I just wiped out too many times, so I just kind of gave it up, just truth be told. But Outer Banks Boarding Company right there in Nags Head.
Experience the stoke of Outer Banks Boarding Company in Nags Head. Service, teamwork, originality, knowledge, and excitement. Owner Lynn Shell and his staff at OBBC focus on an authentic customer experience. With 45 plus years in the industry, they will take the time to guide you through the process of making sure you have what you need. Bodyboarding to skimboarding, surfing to skateboarding, OBBC has a wide selection of all. Come see for yourself. Outer Banks Boarding Company at milepost 10 3/4 on the bypass in Nags Head and at obbconline.com.
Yes, if you're looking for a surfboard, a skateboard, a skimboard, wetsuits, anything going on in the world of skating, surfing, all that stuff, Outer Banks Boarding Company right there in Nags Head. All right, I only got a few shout-outs that I'd like to give. I have two this week. And again, if you're a listener of the podcast, email me. Please email me, podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com, podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com. I want to start with Miss Niecy Morris of Mia's Bake Shop and Tea Room. Miss Niecy Morris just opened up her shop on Sir Walter Raleigh Street, right there beside the alley. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. Beside that alley that separates the buildings and Ortega's Southwest Grill. You can't miss it. It's right there on the corner, and it's Mia's Bake Shop and Tea Room. Okay, named after her daughter, who she lost about a year ago. That was a tough time for her, and she's got some fantastic eats. She does breakfast biscuits. She'll bake you a cake. She'll bake brownies and all sorts of goodies in there. I suggest you go in there and pay Miss Niecy a visit, show her some love and support. Got her storefront, and she is tickled to death. So I wanted to shout out to Miss Niecy. I saw her at the Manio Town Market when I did that podcast. Glad to see her. She looks great, and she's got some great eats as well. That's Mia's Bake Shop and Tea Room, run by Miss Niecy Morris. I also want to shout out to somebody I saw at the Boat Builders Tournament fundraiser, the pig picking they had, and that is a gentleman by the name of Mike Smith. Mike Smith. Some of you may know him as Moose from the radio. Moose brought me in, gave me an opportunity on the radio when I started, 12 years ago, however long ago it was. Moose gave me my first job, hired me full-time. Actually, it was more part-time in the beginning, but still, there was times, I got to give Moose a lot of credit. Moose worked really hard with me to get things done, and I was a little hard-headed towards some of the things that he would tell me to do. And there were times that Moose probably should have fired me. Just being honest, Moose should have fired me a few times, and he didn't. There was one time I thought he was. There was one time I seriously thought he was going to do it. Actually, there's twice. I just thought of a second time, but he didn't do it. And I give him a lot of the credit for helping me be who I am today in the audio world, because Moose he hung in there with me. He let me hang around, and he didn't let me go. He didn't fire me like I thought he should have. So I'm very appreciative of him. So Mike Smith, Moose, I love you, and I ain't afraid to say it. You ain't got to say it back, Moose, but I love you. Coming up, we're going to talk to Beau and Kevin, the captain and the mate of the new Harbor Star Dolphin Tour out of Wanchese, Marina. They're getting ready to walk in the studio here in just a moment. But first, hey, you want good seafood? You gotta go insane. When it comes to finding phenomenal seafood, you gotta go insane. That's right. Stop into the Insane Seafood Market right there on Highway 64 in Columbia. Luke Midget and his crew work hard out on the water to make sure you have the freshest selection of seafood around. They provide a wide selection of fish, crabs, shrimp, oysters, and clams, just to name a few. Insane Seafood has a hot bar to satisfy that seafood craving right on the spot. Visit them online at insaneseafood.com and like them on social media. Go insane at Insane Seafood Market, Highway 64 in Columbia. All right, as I promised a few moments ago, I've got the captains from the Harbor Star, and I got Miss Brenda over here too. Now, I told Miss Brenda to feel free to come over here and push me out of the way and grab the microphone anytime she wants. So that may very well happen, but I've got the captain and the mate of the Harbor Star. I've got Mr. Beau Butler, Mr. Kevin Phelps. Guys, thanks for coming in and hanging out with me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. So, Harbor Star, that's like the premier dolphin tour of the Outer Banks. You get on the Harbor Star, you go see dolphin. Now, we've got a new boat now, from what I understand. I understand that this new boat is like the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, the top of the food chain when it comes to dolphin boats. Guys, let's talk about this boat real quick. Tell me about the Harbor Star.
It's a 40-foot pontoon, Trident pontoon boat, twin motors on the back. It sits 38 plus 2 crew. And so we are excited to be able to be the first ones to, enjoy the boat,
Okay. So you said it's 38 plus 2 crew, 40 foot long, and it's right there at Wanchese Marina, 4457 Mill Landing Road. Now, let me ask you this boat. Now, one of the things that some people are always asking, I feel like, whenever they go on these dolphin cruises or anything like that, it's like, gosh, what happens if I need to utilize the latrine? Are you familiar with that term?
Yes.
Utilizing the latrine. I mean, does it have a bathroom? I mean,
Yes, it sure does. Yep.
Okay.
And we will be having snacks and drinks also available.
What?
Yep, for sale on the boat. And Tuesdays we are doing a buy one adult, get a kid free.
Okay.
And Friday nights is the Sunset Tour. We'll be doing a pizza party.
Wait a minute. You're going to do a pizza party on the boat on a Friday night?
That is correct.
Like, I'm looking over at Brenda. I got to verify this information, and she's just smiling and nodding. So you said something about snacks and drinks. Now, are you going to be like, is Mr. Kevin over here, is he going to be like a bartender kind of thing? Could he be like mixing drinks over there? Is that what he's going to be doing? Or no? Miss Brenda says no mixing drinks. No mixing drinks.
Correct.
Okay, that's excellent. Okay, I know a lot of people a lot of times are looking for something to nibble on, something to drink on while they're out in the water. That's really cool. Now, let me ask you this. Once you go out in the Sound, where can you reveal like the honey holes where the dolphins are normally swimming? Is that something you can like tell like me? I mean, it's just us here, I'm not recording this at all. So, if you want to tell me where all these dolphins can be found, that'd be cool.
We kind of start towards the middle ground and head up towards the Manio Bridge.
Okay.
They can be anywhere in between there.
Okay.
Other than that, it's kind of more confidential.
More confidential. Okay, that's what I thought. I anticipated that answer. I was hoping that I might be able to get a little bit more, but that's okay. No worries there. Now, it's your typical harbor bottlenose dolphin that you're going to be seeing out there on the water. Now, how many trips a day do you plan to run? Is it four trips a day?
Yeah, we're trying to hit 4 definitely.
Okay.
If there's room to grow, we will take that opportunity.
So I understand that there is opportunity for a private charter. Is that right?
That is correct. For bigger families, stuff like that, we will definitely take them out on their own private excursion and go track those dolphins down.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Now, you got a hat that says Captain Beau on right now. Now, how long have you been a captain?
Going on 2.5 years.
2.5 years of a captain. Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. So he's got his sea legs about him, it sounds like. So you've been now, what size vessels have you run before? Like, has it always been like a pontoon, like a dolphin tour? Or is it like, what are we talking about? Ocean liners? What are we talking about?
I've ran, the biggest was a 80-foot Marlowe Explorer.
Okay.
And then worked my way down. Haven't really gone above that, but that's the biggest one. 75-foot houseboats. Kind of fell in love with boating in Nevada, which is the funny part. You're in a desert.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does that work?
Yeah, Lake Mead.
Okay.
Yep. So that's where it all started. And by the grace of God, he led me to my path, laid it down, and I am where I am today because of him.
That's beautiful. Mr. Kevin, you're the mate on the Harbor Star. How do you feel about being the mate? Now, you're going to be the one helping people on and off the boat, making sure the lines are not getting crossed up when you get back to the dock and everything. How do you feel about all of this?
Yeah, I'm excited, this is kind of a new chapter in my life and kind of living it through my brother. He's got all of his licensing and has his path laid, and I'm kind of following his lead, and wherever it takes me, I'd be pleased to just enjoy it and learn and grow from it.
That's right. We got brother sitting here. I think I failed to mention that a moment ago. Brother sitting here. And so I take it you're the younger brother.
Yes.
Younger brother. What's the age difference here?
11 years.
11 years.
Yep.
11 years. I really I'm old and gray and everything like that. I really had y'all maybe 2 years apart, 3 years apart. You guys are, enjoy your youth. Enjoy looking young because it doesn't last long, Look at this. But anyway, so jumping on the boat. Now, if anybody wanted to book a trip on the Harbor Star, how did they do it?
You can contact 252-423-3157 or online at wanchesemarina.com.
All right, excellent. Okay, wanchesemarina.com, and you can follow the links from there. Now, all right, I'm walking onto the boat. I'm sitting down. I see a dolphin when we get out there. It's swimming around. It's playing around the boat beside me. Could I, jump overboard and swim with the dolphin? Would that be okay?
Negative.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No.
I look at them, I see flipper.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what you see, but you never know what you're going to get when you get in there.
So I guess it's safe to say that if I were to jump overboard, the dolphins could potentially turn aggressive and be like, hey, what's this guy trying to do? And maybe attack me.
Definitely. There have been cases known of dolphins kind of defending themselves, but also the ones that, protect humans from sharks and other things like that.
That's very true. And that's the thing. And some people don't even understand the fact that it's like a dolphin could take out a shark like that.
Yep.
They use their noses. It's a bottlenose dolphin. They will attack with their nose, hit them in the gut a good handful of times, or hit them in their gill plates and everything like that. Shark's dead.
That is
Shark's
correct.
dead.
Yep.
So that's the thing. And it's like you said, they have been known to protect humans out in the water, but they're more likely going to protect their own if you jump in thinking you're going to swim with the dolphins. Because that's a question that I've had asked of people. It's like, you see it on Facebook or something, or you see it online. Could we go swim with the dolphins? It's like, yeah, if you're at your own risk, but if you're on one of the Harbor Star Dolphin tours, I don't suggest doing that. Probably, I don't know. I would be half tempted to just leave them out there. I'd be like, you're an idiot. Stay. You get what you deserve.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to just tell them, like, listen, do not jump overboard with the dolphins. It will not end well for you at all. Because not only will the dolphins beat you up, but I'll probably leave you. That ought to be something that you ought to tell people when they get on the boat or whatnot. That'll be a lot of fun. Well, gentlemen, what else? What else are we missing? Miss Brenda, I see you over there. Here, come over here and grab this mic. Talk.
Okay, Justin, you talked me into it. Now, we are looking forward to an incredible season this year. We are so excited. The new boat coming, she's beautiful. wide open, spacious, luxury cushioned seats. Yes, I can still talk today, just very badly. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting year. We are so excited to have Beau and Kevin along with us. I think they're going to bring a lot to the table this year. Going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of energy out there. And it's not just seeing the dolphins. There's so much more out there. Kevin and Beau will take you out there. We've got ospreys. We've got otters out there. We've got the lighthouses. There's so much history. And, our area, as you know, Justin, we are just very historic around here. Our waterways are very historic. So come on out, join us. Not only have a dolphin tour, but learn some about our area. See some of our natural resources. See, all the living things we have out there. It's really amazing. And like I said, we have 2 days already set up with fun family things and different things, and more things coming. We've got a lot of things in the planning stage. So definitely follow Harbor Star Dolphin Tours on our Facebook page and see all the new exciting things that'll be coming. We're looking to have different events almost every day of the week, and just trying to make this a whole fun thing, not just about the dolphins, but about the whole area.
Well, you know what, Miss Brenda, I have an idea for something. Maybe we could do once, every other week. It's just an idea. The Dolphin Tour with Miss Brenda as a co-host. As we got Mr. Beau and Mr. Kevin here, but having Miss Brenda tag along as just another piece of, I think she would do great on the boat. I think people would really gravitate towards Miss Brenda. And I think that would be like a little treat for everyone. I would book that tour.
I'm going to make you come. I'm going to make you come every other week if I'm on that boat. No, to be honest with you, Kevin and Beau here, I think they have this under control completely. And in their defense, I wrangled them for this podcast and just, hey guys, come on, we're going. So they didn't really have much of a chance to prepare or get any notes or background. That's here's a microphone, guys, talk to Justin. And we all know, Justin, how many times have I talked to you on this thing? Yeah. But see, I'm with you. I can talk on a boat with a whole bunch of people. I'm not sure I'm going there. That's why I've got Kevin and Beau to handle this whole thing.
Very nice, very nice. Well, oh, Lord, I almost hit myself in the face with the microphone. Very nice. Well, gentlemen, hey, I appreciate, karma. Thanks, Miss Brenda. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming in. It's going to be an exciting season with the Harbor Star, and I can't wait to hear all the great stories because I'll probably have you guys come back in again in the fall, and you can tell me some of the stories from out there on the water. Brenda will come in. For the Harborween, a haunted Harbor Star tour. Ooh, see, look, I'm already coming up with ideas. Miss Brenda's back.
Oh, and you know what, Justin? Another thing, we've got to teach them Captain Marty's hula hoop. Do you remember Captain Marty's hula hoop story with the dolphin boat all those years ago? Remember, he said he had the hula hoop and his mate would pull out the hula hoop and then hold it out and tell them that they had trained dolphins to jump through the hula hoop.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get with Marty. We're going to put him on the dolphin boat, and we're going to get him to teach you that stuff. All right?
That sounds great.
There we go. Well, guys, thank you again for coming in. Miss Brenda, always a pleasure seeing you. Harbor Star Dolphin Tours, you can book them online at wanchesemarina.com. Just follow the links through the Harbor Star, or you can give them a call, 252-423-3157. All right, guys, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Boasting phenomenal seafood dishes, a great menu, and waterfront views with deck seating, Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio serves a casual, fun-filled dining experience with an Outer Banks flair. With 3 floors to choose from, you're bound to find the perfect seat for you and yours while enjoying great food and fantastic drinks. To see our menu and to catch a glimpse of the beautiful views, go online to stripersbarandgrill.com. Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio, where everyone's a VIP.
Scrambling around to different stores, in and out of the car multiple times to make sure you have everything you need for the beach, that can be such a hassle. But not with the Breeze Through in Avon. Breeze Through is your one stop for gas, beer, drinks, ice, sandwiches, snacks, coffee, sunscreen, and the best part, you don't even have to get out of your vehicle. That's right, just sit tight. Breeze Through will bring everything you need right to your car. Looking for a keg for a special event or gathering? Breeze Through is the only store on Hatteras Island who sells them. Breeze Through Avon, milepost 55, and online at breezethroughobx.com.
All right, Striper's Bar and Grill right there in Manio. I'm going to be doing a podcast from there soon. That's going to be a lot of fun. In June, I'll be out there doing a podcast from the third floor of their establishment. And hey, the Breeze Through in Avon. Why get out of the car if you don't have to? The snacks, the drinks, the sunscreen. You need a keg for a get-together of some sort. Breeze Through in Avon can facilitate. All great places. All thankful that they're part of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. All right, we're going to jump into some events. All of these events that I'm going to mention are online at outerbanksthisweek.com. You can get more details right there. We're going to start Music, OBX, the concert spotlight. Yes, Casey and the Sunshine Band with Chairman of the Board are going to be this coming Saturday, May 25th, starting at 7 o'clock right there at Roanoke Island Festival Park. Tickets are $50. Kids under 8 are free. I know there's a low ticket alert, so make sure you check them out online at musicobx.com to see the tickets and the details, okay? Because there was a low ticket alert at one point. I would suggest going online right now to musicobx.com to see how many tickets are still available, if any. The Beach Boys, that's coming up on June 15th. Got more details to come about that in the near future. It's another show that my old man really was like, oh, the Beach Boys. I think I might want tickets to that. My dad never wants to go to concerts anymore. I'm going to work on that for him, see if I can do something for him. But support all your high school athletics. I know the soccer team, Manio High School soccer team, as of the recording of this podcast, is playing. I don't know if they were victorious yet. I'm thinking they probably were, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Still, you need to support your local high school athletics no matter what. Trivia night still going on at Lost Colony Waterfront Beer Garden, Shipwrecks, Buffalo City Distillery, Sand Trap Tavern, Stripers, Outer Banks Distilling, New Vines. The list goes on and on. Check out our website for all the trivia nights and live music everywhere. And I'm telling you, we are the leader when it comes to events on the Outer Banks, okay? You want to know what's going on the Outer Banks? You click on our events tab, and there is a list of everything taking place on the Outer Banks. All sorts of events online at outerbanksthisweek.com. Sunday brunch is still taking place at Cafe Pamlico in Buxton from 8 until noon, and they're still doing yoga on the patio every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 8 a.m. Memorial Day weekend, lots of Memorial Day activities coming up this weekend. Let us not forget what Memorial Day is about. Okay, just to remember those that have fought and died for our freedoms. Lots of activities taking place. I know the town of Nags Head will do something. Town of Manio will do something. Just keep it right there on outerbanksthisweek.com. We'll keep you up to speed with all the different festivities and things taking place for the Memorial Day holiday. Something that's going on that I saw that was pretty noteworthy. There's going to be a low country seafood boil taking place and live music at the same time going on at Buffalo City Distillery in Point Harbor Friday, May 24th. That's going to be a good time. I need to get up there. I'm going to see about doing a podcast with them sometime in the near future because that is a really, really neat place right there in Point Harbor in Currituck. That's all starting at 6 o'clock on May 24th. Ty Fleming and the fellas, they're going to be playing at Wanchese Tiki Bar Friday, May 24th as well, starting at 8 o'clock. Ty Fleming, he's the man who created Chris Stapleton, okay? He was Chris Stapleton before Chris Stapleton was cool. That was Ty Fleming. I'm telling you, if Ty Fleming, if the right person or whatever had seen Ty before they saw Chris wouldn't even have gotten to where he is. Ty Fleming would be there. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Ty, I love you, and you're the greatest. Saturday, May 25th, opening day for H2OBX. Yes, the water park opens up. The Chef's Table, Cody Hooker, taking place at New Vines. Chef Cody Hooker. Downtown Manio at New Vines on Tuesday, May 28th, starting at 6. You need to get those tickets now because they will sell out. My buddy Tim Bates putting on the Heroes Benefit Fishing Tournament. That's going to be taking place in Hatteras and at Oregon Inlet. Those are the locations, the marinas that the boats are going to be going out of. Friday, May 31st is going to be the registration party at Frisco Woods Campground. And June 1st is the actual tournament. And the awards banquet is going to be taking place as well at Frisco Woods Campground. I'll be emceeing and all the festivities, like I said, taking place Frisco Woods Campground, way stations at Teachers Lair Marina and Oregon Inlet. Even if you're not fishing and you want to come and participate, get a bite to eat, hang out, have yourself a good time, that is something I would suggest doing because it will be a lot of fun. Oh, let's say Dare Days. Oh, that's happening June 1st. I love Dare Days. Dare Days, June 1st and June 2nd. It's going to be 11 to 6 in downtown Manteo on June 1st. I'll be emceeing the main stages that day, and I can't wait. Dare Days is always a great time. It's a day to celebrate everything Dare County, all things Dare County. And on June 2nd from 2 to 4 at Cartwright Park on Sir Walter Raleigh Street. So that's going to be a day of gospel music, an afternoon of just some good old gospel fun, and that's always a good time right there at Cartwright Park from 2 to 4 on Sunday, June 2nd. Dare Days, annual event. Oh, it's just a lot of fun. If you're around for Dare Days, I suggest going and attending. Thursday, June 6th through Sunday, June 9th, this is the last thing on my list, is the Soundside Fun Fair at the Nags Head event site. That's always a lot of fun, put on by the Children and Youth Partnership of Dare County. It's the only time you can really get a funnel cake on the Outer Banks, honestly. I know that they did it last year. They had a funnel cake at the Halloween Harborween party at Wanchese Marina, but it's always a fun time to go and be in that fair environment, the Ferris wheel. I'm trying to get my wife. Maybe I can get somebody to watch my youngins. I can get on it with my wife, and I can pay the man to stop it at the top of the Ferris wheel, and I can be like, hey, girl, you want to get close? Think that'll be good? Think she'll do it? Nah, you're right. She probably won't. I try to do little fun things like that with my wife, and she looks at me like I'm a complete buffoon, and it hurts my feelings. Sort of. Sometimes I do it on purpose. Y'all know me. But that's going to be a lot of fun. Again, Thursday, June 6th through Sunday, June 9th at the Soundside Fun Fair, or the Soundside Fun Fair at the Nags Head event site. Oh, gosh, I can't wait for that. That's a good time all the way around. All right. Did I forget anything? Let me think for a minute, and I'll be right back. Electricity, something I don't mix well with at all, and that's why I only trust the folks at ELS OBX. ELS OBX offers a variety of services from custom electrical installations to lighting design. ELS OBX has the experience and know-how to complete any job. They're committed to providing the highest quality lighting and electrical installations or service at affordable prices. Visit them online at elsobx.com to get a brighter idea of how shockingly awesome they are. See what I did there? ELS OBX, electrical and lighting solutions you can count on. Yeah, ELS OBX right there in Manteo and elsobx.com. Oh gosh, fun guys there. Love Michael, love Mr. Aaron, and all the fantastic folks at ELS OBX. I got some work I need them to do at my house that I have not had them do yet, but I think I can go ahead and pull the trigger on it. It's not a lot of work. It's not even really a hard job, I don't think, but electricity, something I don't mix well with at all. Y'all heard me. All right, did I forget anything? I don't think I did. If I did, I will correct myself in the next episode of the podcast. I want to thank Beau and Kevin and Miss Brenda for coming in again from the Harbor Star. New Harbor Star. It's going to be a great season for them. Cannot wait to see all what they've got going on because they got a lot of things happening. Oh, next week is going to be a lot of fun, okay? I promised my son at the beginning of the year that he could do a podcast with me. So I'm going to bring in my oldest, which he's already done one. I know you're thinking, oh, well, he did one back, the New Year podcast. Well, yeah, but I'm going to have him do another one with me. And it's to focus on their favorites. These are for kids ages, we'll say 6 to 11, 6 to 10, 6 to 11. Their favorite summertime activities on the Outer Banks. I've got Austin, Maddox, and Ben coming in, and some of Austin's little friends. There might be a few others that tag along. I'm not sure yet. But it's, again, to talk about their favorite summertime activities. They're excited to do it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's probably going to be a little chaotic trying to keep a bunch of 9, almost 10-year-olds dialed in, but I look forward to it, and I can't wait to have them be a part of the podcast because their parents were kind of excited to do it, and or for them to do it rather, and I can't wait to have them in here. So that's next week on the podcast. Austin, Maddox, and Ben going to be talking about their favorite summertime activities on the Outer Banks. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. Outer Banks This Week, podcast number 65, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manteo. Again, if it has doors, it can be yours at Kelly's Automotive. Thoroughly enjoy Kelly. He's a first-class dude all the way. I enjoy talking to him on the radio. If you can go in there and talk to him in Dakota, dude, I'm telling you, you're going to walk out of there like, I feel like I've known these guys for years. I really have. I mean, I haven't known Dakota as long as I've known Kelly, but I feel like I've known him for years. Kelly'sOBXAuto.com is where you can find them and see their entire inventory. All right, that's going to do it for me. And as I like to say, in the words of the late, great Freestyle Bob, later.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.